What's up, guys? In this video, I'm going over Tiffany Fong's latest leaked audio with Nuke Goldstein talking about wrapping crypto and the crypto-based solution. So I'm going to play it for you while I am watching it, and also I will be talking about what I think about this. Is this legit? Can this work? Or what problems are there with it?
There will be a wrapped token that represent the IOU, how much we owe the users, and the valuation of that. And again, we'll talk about the plan in next week in more details. Just to take 2 minutes, and what is the plan? So the plan is basically to wrap, first of all, simplify our assets. Instead of having 50 or 60 coins, we will have we will own Bitcoin, Ethereum, USDC, and Cell tokens. Let's put the Cell token aside because that's more than 2 minutes of explanation. But so Bitcoin, Ethereum, and USDC.
All right, so the first thing to note is they want to essentially consolidate their 50 or 60 coins that they owe us, the creditors, into just Bitcoin, Ethereum, USDC, and Cell token.
What we're going to do is we're going to spread our assets across these assets or these IOUs, like I think 45% Bitcoin, 26% Ethereum, and 25% USDC. And then we'll have these buckets, which are basically wallets that have everything that Celsius has that can repay the customers within these buckets. And the wrapped tokens will represent the ratio between how much we really owe and how much we really have. And then you can redeem it. If it's only 20%, you can redeem a cxBTC to BTC on the platform, or you can wait.
So basically, they are creating IOU tokens that he'll get into. Why would you wait? Right? Why would you accept these IOUs? Essentially, we don't have the assets to pay you in whole. We know this. There is a hole in the balance sheet. And unlike some community members, I don't believe that entire hole is just the Bitcoin that they invested into mining hardware. I think they actually lost Bitcoin, just myself. So they're coming up with a solution, which really is similar to what Simon Dixon proposed to Celsius before they even went into Chapter 11. It's what Simon Dixon did with Bitfinex, which I'm going to link a video in the description. It's about like a 10-minute video, I think, of Simon Dixon. It came out yesterday, him talking all about IOU tokens. And I'm going to link that because I think it's really important for you guys to watch to get an idea of what they're talking about with this IOU token. So let's continue.
Because there is revenue coming from mining. There's revenue coming from the staked ETH. There's coins that become liquid, like ETH2 or whatever they call it. So the more you wait, there's a better chance that the gap will be closed. However, you can always redeem. But the most interesting piece of that plan, and I'll take another 10 seconds on this, is you can withdraw those wrapped tokens and you can go to Uniswap or whatever, users, and then let the market do its thing. And the market can decide, hey, we project this token, cxBTC will be worth half a Bitcoin. Or you can project that the cxBTC will be 2 Bitcoins. I don't know what the market will do, right? But next week we'll go over some reasoning why this will be a vibrant market for CX tokens. What at least the Celsius X team or what's left of it sees there. But in terms of Celsius itself, it's very conservative. You can either keep your CX tokens on the platform or you can redeem them for a certain ratio. That's the plan. That's the essence of the plan. We'll go over details next week.
So let me go over this last paragraph. He says, why would you wait? Essentially, why would you just not sell these wrapped tokens? He says, because there's revenue coming from mining. The staked ETH is basically giving us yield as well. There's coins that become liquid like ETH 2.0. And the more you wait, there's a better chance that the gap will be closed. So again, this is very similar to what Simon did with Bitfinex, but with one major difference. In this call, they are not saying that they are going to give us equity in a new company. So that's something that is a very, very different, which again, Simon talks about in his long video, which I really suggest you guys watch. I'll link it below again, because he talks about, yes, they are giving you basically tokens that represent a possibility of being more valuable in the future. The difference with Bitfinex is that those tokens represented $1 of equity in Bitfinex in the future. The difference is that with Celsius, I don't hear anything about equity. They are basically just going to give us IOU tokens. And if I can find it right here, it'll be traded on Uniswap, and then we'll let the market do its thing. The market can decide, hey, we project this token to be worth half a Bitcoin or 2 Bitcoins. They said the market will project and basically value these cxBTC at half a Bitcoin or maybe 2 Bitcoin. So my question, which maybe it was just not a part of this audio, maybe there's more information about this, is, well, why would the market value a wrapped Bitcoin, a Celsius cell token wrapped Bitcoin on Celsius X? Why would they value it for more than a Bitcoin? I mean, most likely there's nothing backing these tokens. So that's the biggest difference. Again, there's no equity backing these IOUs, no future potential equity in a new co. What's also interesting is that Celsius X, when they came out with it, always seemed kind of strange, because they announced it, I want to say a year ago, last summer, and not much really happened. I mean, they had a partnership with Polygon and QuickSwap, which was cool, and maybe it was just taking a long time to get going, but I'm kind of curious if maybe, and this is just a conspiracy theory, maybe they knew that they were going to need to use Celsius X and the Celsius DeFi arm to give people equity. Now, I don't know if that's true. That's a conspiracy theory, not proven, if they knew that they were going to have to do something like this like a year ago. But it does seem like this is a very good use of Celsius X. But here's one thing that Bitfinex did that I hope Celsius does as well. Essentially, they give us all the crypto back that they have. And then just the whole, so just the part that they do not have, maybe that's 30% or a 40% whole. Then with that 40%, if they want to give us IOU tokens or something like that, some innovative crypto solution, as they say, then that makes sense. But if Celsius tries to pull some crap where they just want to give everybody IOU tokens and wrapped Bitcoin and not actually give us back the actual crypto, everybody's going to have a problem with that. So I don't think that's going to happen, because nobody would approve that. The judge would be like, what? Why aren't you giving people back the crypto you have? But I did see that concern, and I just want to say that I do not think that's going to happen. If anything, they will just give us IOU tokens or some sort of solution for just the whole that they have. So here Simon Dixon kind of rips into Alex a little bit, saying, got it. Governments want to solve inflation problems with more inflation and debt problems with more debt. That is true. Alex wants to solve unregistered security problems with more unregistered securities. Essentially, that Cell token was an unregistered security. They were operating without the proper licenses, etc. I've talked about that in different videos. Simon says, if the plan is to rely on a decentralized exchange like Uniswap as a regulatory exemption, this ends in Chapter 7. So a lot of what Simon is trying to avoid, at least publicly, is not going into Chapter 7. And I've talked about this in previous videos, but the recap is that if they don't have the proper licenses, they're not going to be able to reopen, right? They're not going to be able to reopen their company and do lending, do loans, do earn, do custody, all the things that they want to do in Kelvin with the new co. So Simon is saying, okay, Cell was an unregistered security. Now you want to create more securities with these like cxBTC as IOUs. He's just saying this is just more regulatory chaos, and the regulators can say, whoa, what are you doing? You need to liquidate everything. You're getting crazy. You are adding securities on top of securities, and this is not going to work. So that's what he's talking about here. If this continues, they'll just have to move it to Chapter 7 and just go to liquidations. Here, Simon does say you don't need licenses to give coins back in Chapter 7. You do in Chapter 11 if you construct an IOU security. I don't make the rules, I just have to live by them. And Simon does have a lot of experience with IOU tokens. Again, his company, Bank to the Future, was the market for Bitfinex, people to redeem their tokens to get equity in Bitfinex, which has really paid off. So the reason he said this is because people said, well, you don't need licenses, Simon, we don't need your stupid salt lending company if they're just going to pay everybody back. And Simon says that's true. But he says if you construct IOU security tokens in Chapter 11, you're going to need the proper licenses to do so, especially if you start giving equity away, which I hope that is part of their plan, just like what they did with Bitfinex. So guys, that's it for this video on this topic. I think this is just a small clip, and hopefully we'll get more information about this as the days go on. But I am glad that these audios are being leaked because it's giving people an insight into what is Celsius talking about behind the scenes? What's their plan? So we can come out and be like, okay, this is a good idea or this is a horrible idea. Here's why. And I think it's really good because I feel like this is moving the process quicker so they don't have to go to the UCC. Then the UCC deliberates it for a week or two. And then it finally gets to the judge and then the lawyers, and then they don't like it. If we hear their plans now, then it allows the community, Simon, the lawyers, to be like, whoa, put the freaking brakes on, guys. This isn't going to work. Here's why. So I'm glad for these leaks. I think they are actually constructive, and essentially they're helping get our money back to us faster. So essentially, just to sum up, they want to give us IOU tokens, and those are going to be their method of paying us back through things like ETH staking, where we get that yield, through mining revenue. But personally, I would want equity in a company. I don't really want to just trust that they're going to give us revenue. Trusting has led us to where we are now, and I don't want to rely on trust. So I've talked a lot about it. Hope this makes sense. Hope this is helpful. And that's it for this video, guys. So till next time, talk with you soon, and bye for now.